I want to introduce you guys to Cash. He's an interesting case here, to say the least. Obviously, got some trust issues. He'll take food from me through here, but due to his history with people, eye contact is very controversial to him. Talking to him, Cash, hey, good. And if you watch here, this poor guy, my theory is, because based on what the owner told me, where it came from, I think they were trying to use him in a dogfighting ring, and were probably, ironically, he's perfectly okay with dogs. But I think they were trying to make him aggressive. So essentially what we have here is a poorly trained protection dog where, good boy, they were probably coming in, squaring up with them, making eye contact, trying to intimidate them, and then trying to bring aggression out of them. And that's the tail biting, the spinning. You saw, like, when I square up, I stare at him. He was probably forced to learn that he had no control over whatever kind of torment they were doing to this poor guy. So he just started neurotically spinning it. He will bite his tail until he bleeds, I guess. So what I'm doing here, this is his first full day here, because he can be nice, but if the wrong thing happens, meaning your body language was wrong, you stare at him wrong, like, he will bite you and he won't let go. So I have to, good boy. I have to recondition his emotional response to these interactions. Good. There you go. With people. Good. There you go. Good boy. This is a relatively safe way to do it because obviously I have the kennel wall in between me and him. But I don't know if you guys can see on the camera here. Let me turn this up so you can see me a little bit more. But what I'm going to do for the next couple of is stand in front of him. I'm squared up with him. If he, decides to aggress or whatever, obviously he can't get to me, so that's fine. I just need him to, like, go through these motions and learn that really doesn't do anything. And this guy, when he is postured towards me like this, he's actually just giving me my food. So the fact that I can hand feed him like this safely, good boy, helps. So that's what we're going to go with here. It would be a whole different story. I'd have a whole different approach if he didn't trust me enough to take food at all. But he does. It is just these very specific triggers where he thinks something is about to happen. He thinks there's about to be, hey, some type of conflict. Good. Hey, good. Hey, good. So I'm going to desensitize him to me talking to him. Hey, good. He's not making any eye contact with me right now, which that's completely fine. We're going to build on that. He's going to be here for the next 6 to 8 weeks. We got plenty of time to do this the right way without trying to force it too hard. The very first thing that I want to accomplish, though, is being able to safely interact with him, being able to get him to understand or at least predict that when I am interacting with him, it's a positive thing because I'm giving you your food. All of his food is going to be fed just like this for right now. When I get to where I can trust him enough, either on a leash with me or muzzled with the leash on, that depends on him. We'll just follow along and you'll see where we get to here with him, what kind of order we do. But the next step here is to be able to do something else other than me just standing in the kennel. I need to get him out in the training room, get him interacting with me. Dogs, their behavior tends to follow their expectations. So if he expects a good, positive interaction with me here, that's probably how our interaction is going to go from his part. Now, the caveat here is we always have to pay attention to their training history. And in his case, you know, how many bad experiences did he have with people? And it would take one wrong move or one wrong look from me if I'm not careful for him to come up and try to bite me. So there's really no room for mistakes here. I'll show you guys all the safety protocols I'm going to put in place, but we have to kind of force progression gradually in order for him to actually move beyond this. Because again, we have a long history of traumatic stuff to work him through. And we can't do that in a cage. So first step is to get him safe out of the cage. Before I can do that, good. There we go, good boy. There you go, good. The first step is to get him to trust me. And he's only going to trust me if he knows what to expect out of our interactions. So here's the starting point. Stay tuned for more.